You're in the CNN newsroom. I'm Don Lemon. In his first interview since charges of sexual assault were dropped, Dominique Strauss Kahn says the only thing he's guilty of is moral weakness. The former head of the International Monetary Fund broke his silence to French television, a station there today, saying his relationship with a New York hotel maid was, quote, an error, a mistake, but he denies any sexual assault took place.
Alors qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
What happened was neither violence nor constraint included in this, nor aggression, nor any act, and any illicit act. That is what the prosecutor has said. What happened was not only an inappropriate relationship, but more than that, an error, a mistake concerning my wife, my children, my friends, but also a mistake with the French people who had placed their hope for change in me.
Strauss Kahn said he doesn't intend to negotiate any kind of settlement with his accuser, who has now filed a civil lawsuit against him. Earlier, I spoke with the accuser's attorney, Douglas Wigdor.
We look forward to asking him the questions and hearing the answers he didn't give in the interview today. We were waiting for an explanation of what happened on the day in question on May 14th. We didn't hear anything about it. And so Mr. Strauss Kahn is going to come to our office. He's going to see Mr. Thompson and myself, and we look forward to asking him questions under oath and hearing his responses.
Strauss Kahn denies any sexual assault took place against your client, saying only that he has had a moral weakness. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I think that's just the tip of the iceberg, a moral weakness. He sexually assaulted Ms. Diallo. That is a fact. The medical records corroborate that fact. Ms. Diallo has been consistent in her story from day one. And the fact is that he was interviewed by someone who is a friend of his wife. Ms. Diallo, on the other hand, was interviewed by a team of investigative reporters and a reputable journalist. And she answered all the questions that were put to her about the day in question. Yeah. Mr. Strauss Kahn didn't answer any questions about what happened.
Well, he said today that there was neither material proof nor any credible evidence of an assault, that an assault took place in the New York hotel room. Is he right? And how do you plan to win a civil case against him?
Well, that's just wrong. The medical records themselves show that Ms. Diallo had bruising to her vaginal area. It shows that she had a rip to her shoulder. Her stockings were ripped. She immediately outcried to a number of witnesses who will corroborate the story that she's been given from day one. And her story, as the American people in the world saw, is extremely credible. We have still not heard what Mr. Strauss Kahn has said happened in that room. What did he do in the 9 minutes that this occurred? We're waiting for that. We had hoped that this would happen today, but it didn't.
Well, a judge has given Strauss Kahn's attorneys until September 26th to respond to Diallo's complaint.